Good day! We are the Group 14 from BSIT3E, and we are here to present our Capstone project titled Discipline, a web-based student academic violation record management system for Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig. And this will be presented by me, Charmaine Mae T. Antonis, Kharinvil Celmar, and Leonard G. Santos. First, introduction. The university's current procedure still involves handling or managing student records of violations manually and logging them in a logbook. Human errors such as losing or misplacing the student record are most likely to happen in this manual process. These records that are accidentally lost are irredeemable. OLIPAS 2020 stated that the management of the student's violations is necessary to make relevant insights from the records being retained in the guidance office. Confidential information is protected when schools adopt a records management system policy. Electronic documents and data backups can be stored in secure areas that are protected from internal or external threats. Now I may call on Leonard Santos to discuss the next topic.
Thank you. I will be now presenting to you the statement of the problem. Number 1, how will the pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig keeps up with the current technology and advancements? Number 2, how the pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig system will provide an interactive experience for both the authorized personnel and the students? How will the students view their violation? Number 3, how the pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig system will be more reliable and consistent? How will the authorized personnel manage the students' violation records, and how will the system generate the students' violation records? For our scope, this will only take place in the pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig, which includes all the colleges from first year to fourth year, and the students that are currently enrolled from 2021 to 2022 and 2022 to 2023 from first, second, and third semester. The only ones listed in the system are the students with a record of university violations, and the system are only intended to be used by the authorized personnel and the students that committed a violation. The system will only focus on the violation records, and the system will base the list of violation and corresponding sanctions for disciplinary action listed on the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig Primer. And for our limitation, the data for the number of students covers at least only 100 students, and the system will not include any mobile compatibility and online function for now, but this is already been considered but not yet implemented. And that's all. May I call on Kharinvil Celmar to present the next topic? Thank you.
Thank you, Leonard Santos. For the architectural framework of the study, the proponents use IPO model. It covers the three major parts, namely the input, process, and the output phases. In the input phase of the IPO model for the framework, the proponents include the principles and concepts of the objectives of the study. It also includes the software and hardware requirements that the system needs to be built upon. Next, in the process phase of the IPO model for the framework, the proponents cover the content of how the system will be created. The proponents use the waterfall software development methodology as a software development process through the phases of the system. The proponents also will use ISO 25010 quality standard characteristics as the system standard for evaluation. Next, the output, which is the final phase of the IPO model, which the discipline, a web-based student academic violation record management system for Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig, is developed and is ready for implementation. And for the system demonstration, I'll be calling Charmaine Mae Antonis.
Thank you, Anna. Now, for the demonstration of our system titled Discipline, a Student Academic Violation Record Management System for Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig. Now, let's log in as. Here are the two login forms for our two user types, the student and the admin. First, in the admin side, let's say the username and password is admin. Then log in. Upon logging in successfully, we can see from the dashboard the username of the authorized personnel who logs in, and the total reports from what academic year and semester is open, the total number of students that have a record of violations, and the total number of violations that have been committed by the students and been recorded in this particular academic year and semester. In our academic year report, we can see the list of all academic years and semesters that have been recorded to our system. So in the dashboard, the total number of violations will vary depending on what academic year and semester is open. The admin can add a new academic year and semester. So let's say we add the 2022-2023 second semester, then submit. Now we can see from our dashboard that it is now the current academic year and semester, and notice that we don't have a record of violations yet because we haven't recorded any student violation from this academic year and semester. Now let's open another academic year and semester. Here in our program section report is the list of all programs that have been recorded to the system, and by clicking the view program details of a certain program, we can see all the sections that this certain program has, and these programs and sections are by those students who have a record of violation to our system. We also have an option of editing the program and section details. The admin can add a new section to a particular program. If the program is not here yet, the admin will need to add first a new program in the program entry. So let's say BSBA, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, then submit. Then we can see in our program section report our newly added program. Then going back to section entry, let's say the section is 3E, and the course that we have added earlier is the BSBA, then submit. Now going back to program section report and view program details of BSBA, we can now see that the BSBA has now one section in this program that we have recorded earlier. In the student entry, the admin can add the student who have committed a violation. So let's add the student with the student ID number 1901213. The first name is Leonard, last name Santos. Here in our program, let's say the program that we added earlier, which is the BSBA, and for the section which is also what we added earlier, and the email. For the profile, the admin have two options whether to choose file or take a picture. In take a picture, the admin will just click the start camera, then click photo, and save the image and attach it by choosing the file in the local disk, or the admin can also browse a picture on the local disk of the computer and then choose the picture of the student. Upon filling out all the necessary details of the student, we will now submit it. Here we can see in our dashboard that the total number of students from 29, it is now become 30. We can also see from the student report our newly added student. The admin can also view the details of a certain student and can also edit the student details. Going back to student report, the admin can also delete a certain student by clicking the delete button, and a delete confirmation will prompt upon clicking the button. Now to our violation entry. This is where the admin can add a violation to the student. Let's say the student that we added earlier. And the date today. Let's say the violation is not wearing ID. Sanction is first offense, minor offense, then submit. Upon submitting, the student will also receive an email notification . Then we can see from our violation report, our newly added violation to the student with the student ID number 1901213, Santos, Leonard, and the academic year and semester. We can also search a certain student for easy and fast navigation on the table. Then search. The admin can also view the violation details of a certain student. The admin can also generate a violation details and print the report. And this is the layout of our generated report. The authorized personnel can also add a new admin to the system. Then log out. Now let's try to log in as student. The username and password of the student is their email that has inputted to the student registration form. The only ones who will be able to log in are those who have a violation and have received an email notification from DSA Office of the Prefect of Discipline. Note that if the information inputted in the email and password were incorrect, an invalid credentials message will prompt same to what will happen in the admin side. Now let's try to log in. Upon logging in successfully, the first thing that the student will see is the welcome board. In my profile, the student will see their student profile that have been inputted in our student registration form earlier. Then in my violations, where the student can see all their records of violations from different academic years and semesters where they have committed a violation. Then in information, where it states the information the student must know and be aware of. Also, the student can change their password for their security. After deciding the preferred new password, the student can now use it the next time the student will log into the system. Then log out. And that's all for our demonstration to our system titled Discipline, a Student Academic Violation Record Management System for Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Pasig. Thank you!